Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another week of the only thing I do on YouTube. Today we are doing the group stages. The week before we did the challenger stages. I only got 4 right, as you can see. Got Liquid, Astralis, NIP, and Big. I knew this was a risky pick from the beginning. I obviously still went with it, and it didn't turn out. They almost didn't even make it. They went 2 and 3. So I'm at least glad that they made it, so then they don't have to qualify for IEM Katowice. But yeah, kind of disappointed they didn't get 3-0. Vegas somehow made it, going the same as Tyloo, 3 and 2. They got really lucky beating Spirit to start off, and then they just kind of kept going, and then eventually made it. North just blundered. That should have been an easy one. A lot of people had them making it because obviously, like I said, this should have been an easy one. And then these two, I wasn't confident with at all. I was more confident with these two than I was with these two. Should have gone with the Hellraisers, just like a lot of people did. And Complexity, I would have never chosen. So, not going to really blame myself for that. Space Soldiers and Virtus Pro are actually the two teams that went 0 and 3. That's because they had their coach, and VP will never be a good team again. But now we're on to the group stages. I'm just going to go from left to right really fast because I don't really want to talk about the reasons that I did them. I just kind of did them to do them. Going to have a little more fun this week instead of thinking so hard about like these, because obviously that didn't work out. So right off the bat, we're just going to go from left to right. First pick, Phase. I'm putting them in order as well, so this will be like these two teams will be 3-0, these three will be 3-1, and these three will be 3-2, or at least that's what I want them to be, and then obviously this one will be 0 and 3. So for this one, I'm saying Phase is going to go 3-1. I made a couple. I made like 2 of these before, and then one of them I didn't have them in it, and then I realized how stupid that was, and quickly added them into this one. So yeah, they're just gonna win. Like, their first match is against Big, which I don't see any reason why Big should beat them. So that'll be a good start, 1-0 for them. There you go. Enjoy that. My next pick will be Na'Vi. I have them going 3-1 just like FaZe, but doing a little bit better. I feel like they have more strategy and aim rather than just aim like I think FaZe has. I don't think they have as much strategy as Na'Vi has, but they still will make it. Yeah. The next team will be MIBR, and I'm going to put them as 3-0. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because their first match is against Tyloo, so they should go probably 16-8, maybe. And I'm just praying for just an easy way through the challenger stage. They're gonna play MIBR, and then like the worst possible team to win their first round game, and then they're just gonna get lucky, and then in the 2-0 they're not gonna have to play really good teams. So ton of luck, because a lot of people don't have them making it, but I feel like they're gonna make it, and if they are, they're gonna go 3-0. So yeah, here's my reasoning behind that. Next pick is actually going to be Fnatic. Now, I skipped over 2 really big teams that a lot of people have. Mousesports, I feel like with Snacks, they really hurt themselves. No reason to me for this next pickup. I'm sure they've had tons of practice, so there's no reason that they shouldn't make it. But with the other teams that I'm going to put in, they would be the one that would trade out the final team. G2, when I first looked at it, I thought they could make it, and then I kept looking at them, realized they wouldn't make it. And obviously Windstrike, yeah, obviously. So yes, Fnatic 3-2, barely making it to the playoffs because they always barely make it. Liquid with a really good 3-0 start in the challenger stage. No reason that they shouldn't keep that going for the group stage. They had a semi-easy run until the 2-0, and then they made them go into overtime. But yeah, still think they got it. The next team I'm choosing is actually Hellraisers. NIP, I feel like they got everything but Astralis was easy, and I feel like they played Astralis on NIP's map. I feel like if they played on any map besides Mirage, Astralis would have taken that. And they did take them into like double overtime too. So I think they got kind of lucky with their 3-0. Certainly wouldn't be surprised if they made it, but for my bracket's sake, I am not going to choose them. Next team will be Astralis, going 3-1. They always find a way to drop a map, and they're obviously good enough to make it, so they're gonna make it, but drop a map. Let's see. And the last team I'm going to choose is actually Tyloo, because I'm just a really big Tyloo fan. I think they can somehow. There's always one team that itches out. Like, no one had them making it. No one. Everyone was like, bro, they're gonna so go 0-3. And then the group stages, bro, they're so gonna go 0-3. And then they're here. And so I feel like this major's win strike is gonna be Tyloo. They're gonna barely make it in the challengers, going 3-2. And then I said they're gonna barely make it, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they go better. This would be the pick that I would say you could switch out for Mouse Sports. Mouse Sports over Tyloo. Very possible, but I wouldn't have G2 over Tyloo. To be honest, I really think Tyloo can get this bread. And then for my last pick, 0 and 3, I'm going to choose Big. Now this is a very, very weird pick, because they did really good to start off the challengers, and then they just did really bad, and then they played Optic in the final and just went 2-0. No real reason behind it. I feel like they had to use a lot of their strats that they were going to use later, thinking that they would be easier to make it through the challengers, that they had to use early. And so the teams that have looked at them, which I think FaZe plays them first. I think FaZe has done their homework and realized that, like everything, if they play on Train, they know their new strategy. If they play on Cache, they know their new strategy. So yeah, I feel like their playbook has been open due to a dicey challenger stage. So yeah, these are my picks for the 2018 London Major Pick'em group. I should really just do a team that I've already bought the sticker for, because I have to add an extra 99 cents. Does NIP go 3-0? Just because I can? No. MIBR for sure. Okay, and we are back. I have enough to buy the MIBR sticker, and yes, these are my picks. Tell me what you think about them. I probably won't care, because I'm not going to change them. But yeah, thanks for tuning into this week's episode of The Only Thing I Do on YouTube. Stay tuned for next week when we do the bracket, and hopefully we can get that good looking gold. That good looking gold. Alright, yeah, bye bye.